Okay, so hey guys, and welcome back to another Sport This Week video. And in today's video, we got basketball, tennis, cricket, NFL, football, UFC, boxing, and F1 news. If you are new around here though, and you haven't yet subscribed, please do so. Like the video if you do need like the video, subscribe if you're new, and let's get straight into it. So, starting off this week, I'm going to start off with the F1 news. There's not much, only a tiny bit, and that is that Singapore Grand Prix has been renewed until 2028. So, I mean, any fans of the Singapore Grand Prix will be happy with that news. Moving on to the UFC news, Lewis will fight Tuvosa on the 12th of February, and Oliveira will reportedly fight Gaethje on the 7th of May. That isn't official yet, but it seems as though that is going to be happening. So yeah, two big fights there, especially the Oliveira one. He was kind of rumoured to be fighting more McGregor, but it's fair enough that he fights Gaethje, really. Moving on to the boxing news now. Fury will fight Dillian Whyte, which is a big fight. A bit, I suppose, unexpected, but I suppose it's not like as huge of a fight as like Anthony Joshua is, or Usyk is, or Wilder is, because he just wants a fight which he thinks he can win, as he can then go on to the big title fight versus Usyk. But I mean, obviously Dillian Whyte is still going to be a tough challenge. It'll be interesting to see what happens. Moving on to the tennis news now. Medvedev won 3-1 versus Cressy. Tsitsipas won 3-2 versus Fritz. Sabalenka lost 2-1 versus Kanepi. Nadal won 3-2 versus Shapovalov. Barty won 2-0 versus Pegula. Tsitsipas won 3-0 versus Sinner. Medvedev won 3-2 versus Argo Aliassime. Barty won 2-0 versus Kers. Nadal won 3-1 versus Berrettini. Medvedev won 3-1 versus Tsitsipas. Barty won 2-0 versus Collins to win the Women's Australian Open. Nadal won 3-2 versus Medvedev to win the Men's Australian Open. So congratulations to Nadal. That is a big win for him, as the Australian Open is one of the biggest tennis tournaments. Moving on to the basketball news now. 76ers won 115-109 versus Spurs. Bulls won 111-110 versus Thunders. Clippers won 116-115 versus Wizards. 76ers won 117-107 versus Pelicans. Celtics won 128-75 versus Kings. Lakers won 106-96 versus Nets. Clippers won 111-102 versus Magic. Heat won 110-96 versus Knicks. Bulls won 111-105 versus Raptors. 76ers won 105-87 versus Lakers. Celtics lost 108-92 versus Hawks. Lakers lost 117-100 and 111 versus Hornets. Heat won 121-114 versus Clippers. Bulls lost 131-122 versus Spurs. Celtics won 107-97 versus Pelicans. 76ers won 103-101 versus Kings. Heat lost 124-120 versus Raptors. Clippers won 115-90 versus Hornets. Lakers won 129-121 versus Hawks. And the Bulls won 130-116 versus the Blazers. And yeah, that is all the basketball news. Moving on to the cricket news now. West Indies won 224-204 versus England. England won 193-159 versus West Indies. Root was named the ICC Men's Test Cricketer of the Year for 2021. And West Indies won 179-162 versus England to win the series 3-2, which is unfortunate really. We battled well, but unfortunately that last game we couldn't seem to get the win. But yeah, that is all the cricket news now. Moving on to the NFL news. Brady may be retiring after 22 years, as his agent says that he does not want to renew a contract with the Buccaneers, so that is making rumours to believe that he might be retiring, but nothing has been officially announced yet. So yeah, that is big news. I mean, Brady, amazing player, won more titles than any club has ever done, let alone any player, and will be missed when he does retire. Bengals won 27-24 versus the Chiefs, and Rams won 20-17 versus the 49ers. So that means that is the two teams ready and done for the Super Bowl. And that will be, I believe, not next week's news, a week after's news, as the game between all of the best AFL and NFL. No, I can't remember what it is, but it's like the best in the north and the best in the south. I'm pretty sure play each other, and so yeah. But that is something to look forward to. Moving on to the football news now, where for the first time ever there is no games which I'm going to be reporting on. So there's not loads of news, but lots of transfers. So yeah, Ranieri has been sacked from from being the Watford manager. Martial has joined Sevilla. Hodgson is the new Watford manager. He-Chan has joined Wolves on a permanent deal. Kalou has joined Watford. Diallo has joined Rangers. Gosens has joined Inter. Chambers has joined Villa. Carroll has joined West Brom. Vlahovic has joined Juventus. Carvalho has joined Olympiacos. Sensi has joined Sampdoria. Caicedo has joined Inter. Traore has joined Barcelona. Diaz has joined Liverpool. Guimarães has joined Newcastle. Cruz has joined Wolfsburg, and Lampard is the new Everton manager. Obviously, there was a lot of news today, as it is transfer deadline day, but that is technically this week, so that will be for next week's news. But yeah, that is it for today's video. I hope you have enjoyed. Like the video if you did, like the video, subscribe if you're new, and thanks for watching.